All right, here we're going. Now, I don't usually do the like wait around and wait for somebody to join us. Everybody's got the replay, so we're just gonna dig in. I'm Nurse Tanya. Thank you so much for joining us. I am a RN. I consider myself divorced from the sick care system. I got divorced from the sick care system in 2019 when I had a true awakening to a different perspective. My business is called Awaken Wellness. If you follow me, thank you so much. I appreciate it. I've got a couple of friends with me here tonight. So I'm always the big idea person. Every so often, I just get a new and big idea. This idea is called the GLP1 Roundtable. So I am a peptide promoter. Who would have guessed that I have become a peptide promoter? As a holistic practitioner, some people are still thinking this is like a really hypocritical type thing, like it just doesn't mesh. So we'll talk about that tonight, how it does mesh, and maybe we will get rid of some myths for you. The GLP-1 roundtable, we know there's a lot of censorship on social media. So please, if you're live with us, get in the comments. We'll be trying to watch. We're streaming out on each of our pages, and we know we're at risk, right? Because there's certain things that we're really not supposed to say. Now, to be upfront, this is absolutely not medical advice. So I'm going to share my story, my personal experience. My two guests are going to share their personal experience. They may throw in some anecdotal, how do you say that? Make material that they're seeing from their clients. We do belong to the best peptide company in the world, the fastest growing, the best affiliate paycheck, and we are scaling it. We're doing awesome things with our health. We're doing awesome things for people's health, and we're sharing with everybody we know. First up, I want you guys to meet Lori Jensen. Take it away, Lori.
Hello, I am Lori. I have basically been with LEMD since October, and I have used the GLP-1s since I started and as a brand partner since October. And am I supposed to tell my whole story, Tanya, or like right now? Basically, from the very beginning of my story, I have been overweight my whole life. I have done every pill, every drink, every diet that you could ever think of, and I even ended up having surgery about 4 years ago, weight loss surgery, and I still couldn't get to my goal weight. It just automatically quit. I'll be 47 next month, and I'm sure perimenopausal maybe had something to do with that. But anyway, I tried 75 hard, which I don't know if all of you guys know what that is, but it's basically 2 workouts a day and eating clean. And I've done that 3 different times after weight loss surgery and nothing. I wouldn't gain, but I sure wouldn't lose. It got to a certain point. I was still at an unhealthy BMI. And then I basically said, screw it. And I gained 30 pounds in a year. And because it was just not sustainable. And then I did the GLP-1s because I am in healthcare, and I knew a lot of people that were doing them, and even just micro were having just amazing results. And I'm like, you know what? I've tried everything. I'm going to try this as well. What do I have to lose? I had everything to gain, basically. And so I did try them. I really didn't think that they were going to work for me because I literally have tried it all and still couldn't get there. And I saw the scale finally move, and it was refreshing. I mean, I can't even tell you. I've had a problem with food noise for my whole life. And I didn't even realize that until these medications make that like stop. I mean, you still want to eat, but you don't have the constant thinking about food and everything like that. And it was so amazing. And I honestly think that so now I'm 5.5 months in, and I'm down 40 pounds, and I'm getting I'm closer to my goal weight than I ever have when I've tried everything. And it, like, literally, I feel like it did a complete like metabolic healthy shift of my hormones, because yes, I'm perimenopausal for sure. And the amazing thing is yes, I lost the weight, but so much more happened that I didn't realize that was going to happen. I don't have the night sweats like I used to, the hot flashes like I used to. I would be so on a moody roller coaster, and I feel like my mood is stable. I had such extreme exhaustion, and I don't have that anymore. And even like the 2 a.m. wake ups, you just lay there, and all of a sudden 2 a.m. you're just kind of twiddling your fingers, and I don't have that. I can sleep through the night. Like, it is unbelievable what these do to your hormones. And I can tell you another thing is I've had Hashimoto's that I've been battling with since 2012. And I was terrible about taking my medication, I'm not going to lie. And I just stopped taking it because you're supposed to have your medication within 2 hours of any calcium. And so I was like, well, it's been 6 months. I better see how bad it is before the end of the year. And my thyroid is normal thyroid. And I'm not on any medication or anything. And that's just justifying that these honestly do all the work from the inside out and do a complete metabolic shift. I have a lot of clients that do it for PCOS and different cycle issues that they have. And it has just been such a mind-blowing experience with the clients that I have and for myself. Like, I can tell you that these are life-changing, and I just think that they're phenomenal. And the research, more and more research comes out about more and more benefits. And I just think that they are the first thing of the next thing of the future. And so we're just going to see more and more benefits as research comes out.
I agree. And that whole night sweats thing, was it hormones ever, or was it just blood sugar spikes and drops? What do you
And
think?
maybe,
Yeah, for
maybe it
for
was.
sure. I love your Hashimoto's story. That's my antibodies are just coming down and coming down as well. I love it.
Well, and my antibodies were at over 7,000, like 7,500, and now they're at like 900.
Nice,
But
nice.
my TSH and my T3 and T4, they're all normal.
All right,
Mm-hmm.
awesome. Let's let our next guest jump in, and then we'll kind of go back and forth on some of these unexpected benefits. Okay, so it is Carissa, right?
Mm-hmm. Yeah.
All right, all right. Take it away. Let's hear some of your story.
Okay. So my name is Carissa. I'm a nurse practitioner down in Florida. I live in sunny Florida. It's so nice to be in this neck of the woods. So I actually got into the peptide space a little over a year ago, and I was pretty quiet about it. I shared that I was kind of starting, but I really didn't share a lot. And I think I started with NAD and glutathione. And then I kind of jumped on the GLP train. I had been kind of on my own little weight loss journey with like just trying to eat better and work out more. I was walking with a friend in the neighborhood, stuff like that. But I wanted to start just putting some really good tools like in my belt, just with the NAD for energy and glutathione just for detox and stuff like that. So then I got on the GLP train, and I liked it. I don't know that I noticed a huge difference right off the bat because I microdosed. I just kind of wanted to dip my toes. I was not really wanting to deal with like side effects and stuff like that, but I just wanted to kind of be a product of the product. So I wanted to try everything. And I have tried almost everything. I don't think I've done Samorelin, and I don't think that I've done Synapsin. And of course, some of the new stuff that's come out, I have not ordered like Thymus Alpha-1. I have not ordered Mot-C, stuff like that yet. But I've been off GLPs for a little while. I've been obsessed with copper and BPC together. At 45 years old, I've wanted to do everything to look and feel younger. My kids are pretty much grown. I have a 22, almost 22 on Thursday, 18 and 16-year-old. And so it's a fun, different kind of busy with grown up children. But I work full time, and I joined this company just because I knew I was gonna kind of order and try a bunch of things. And then probably about 6 months in, I really just started sharing, and because I loved my own results. There's so many things for everybody, and I am in a really unique position. I work at a nonprofit, so all of the non-pregnant people that I see, so I see, I do OB and GYN. So the OB side, of course, not really candidates for this stuff, but the GYN patients, to qualify for my program, they cannot have insurance. It's a totally free clinic. We don't ever charge patients for anything. And some of them are very interested in the ability to access something like this because the whole goal is to keep them out of the hospital system, the healthcare system, not having to pay, like be self-pay for some healthcare crisis. So it's just been really neat to watch people do the same thing I did and kind of dip their toes into this space and learn more about just getting healthy and staying healthy. So yeah, it's been really great. And I have a great team. I have a solid 3 to 4 level team, and I love it here. I love the community. I love all of the encouragement that comes from being around. I mean, it's kind of unique now, but like men and women that are just really seeking to live better, to add quality to their years, not just add years, but, just to have energy and vitality and things like that. So it's just been really awesome. It's just been a really fun journey so far.
That is great. I love it. I'm with you, like being a product of the product. I was super skeptical. I don't know about you. I'm more on the holistic side. And like for years, it wasn't that I was against GLP-1s or against peptides. It just was not in my scope of practice. I'm an RN. I have a functional health clinic. There's not enough time in the day to learn all this stuff. So I love that when we partner with a telehealth company, the responsibility of all of that is on them. So there's still the extra time in my day. My clients get what I want. I often tell the story, like a few years ago, I have a little brick and mortar, a tiny little town in Montana. There's only one street with stoplights. So, but it's a big oil field area. So when I first heard of BPC 157, it was from the men that come into my store. Like that, even I had a friend who's a big influencer and really into do everything natural. She came and visited, and she's like, I can't believe how many men you have that come into your store for clients. So they're watching Joe Rogan, and they're
Yeah.
asking me about these peptides, and I'm like, boy, I don't know. I don't know. And then different clients and people talking about GLP-1s. I didn't even know there was this thing where you didn't have to go to the regular doctor and get them. I just knew that was something I was never going to do, and I hadn't really thought much past it. So when I got the opportunity to join with a telehealth and affiliate marketing, because I had checked on even your better grade oral peptides and what it would have cost me to stock those on my shelf is insane. So like I love the affiliate marketing, and I've got affiliate marketing with everything I love, everything that I talk to my clients about, everything that I love. So that was nothing new to me. And we always say, if you don't do that as of a provider of sorts, you're leaving money on the table. You know, it's silly. So yeah, the LEMD, the whole somebody else does the prescribing. I still stay in my lane and do my thing, how I work, because I'm all about detox and parasite cleanse. Like that's my main gig, and all about cellular health and mitochondrial support. So the GLP-1s fit into that so much better than some holistic minded people think. Or I hate it when people call it a medication. It's not a medication. So that is one of the soapboxes I get on too. It's like our body is supposed to make this. Like, what is broken? Why are we not making this? So I was super excited. The company, the growth pains, like even get on the call tomorrow. There's another new product launching. I had a lot of people come into my door looking for methylene blue, and I do stock like liquid methylene blue and some other kind of designer type methylene blue products, but I really like Ellie's methylene blue. I like somebody specifically telling me how to take it and not guessing with these drops, and that kind of thing. So mitochondrial health, methylene blue. In my clinic, I've got red light. I offer red light and PEMF. So methylene blue, it pairs really great, with all that stuff. Um, the Motzi I just ordered. I'm going on week 2. That stuff is making me hungry. And I needed that. I'm that person who I was sharing before we came on camera. I've been doing the peptides. I did do weight loss dose for a while and I didn't feel well. It was not for me. So I went rogue. I totally went rogue. I have not consulted with my telehealth doctor, right? And my last weight loss dose has lasted me forever because I'm microdosing out of that bottle. I took it into my own hands and I feel way better. So for me, I have a hiatal hernia and I've got nervous system dysregulation. So even as hard as I work at doing all these things right, my nervous system and my hiatal hernia did not, I wasn't doing well where I was at on that dose of GLP-1s. But I got turned on to these patches. So they're super patch and they regulate your nervous system. Between that, bringing in more magnesium, I finally got that under control. So now I'm happy again. But we're here to tell the truth. Like that, where I was at, I was not feeling good on that GLP-1. So what do? You don't, that's what drives me crazy about the bad parts of GLP-1s. And people are like, well, you have Ozempic face or Ozempic butt or all these side effects. Well, stop. Like, do something different. Nobody's forcing you to continue taking a shot to a place where you're in a health crisis. Like, we can't blame the peptide for that. That was somebody intentionally had to use it every week for a long time before that happened. So those are things that are always on my heart. Like, I have to be responsible for what I do or don't do, right? And everything is not always sunshine and roses. But like Lori, my Hashimoto's is just, I've never had to be on a thyroid pill, but my antibodies last year were 6,000 in some, and now they're down to 300. And that's what the GLP-1 has really done for me. Oh, I meant to say, the Motzi, that stuff is making me hungry, but I needed it. I'm that person who, for the last 6 years, kind of fast one meal a day unintentionally because I'm never hungry. So, and even then, I didn't lose weight. My thyroid, all of that, I was undernourished, under protein, and just the thought of trying to eat 100 grams of protein a day, I'm like, there's no way I could force myself to do that. On this Motzi, I want to. So the Motzi seems to really be helping me find that protein in a day. So I'm excited to see, what that's going to change in my body composition. I'm 5'2", and I'm one of those people that's always had even couch potato, but still had defined muscles under my fat layers. So I tend to really bulk up. Smorlin, I wanted to do Smorlin, but they wouldn't let me because of my thyroid. So there is that medical assessment, and they're very clear when we have to be honest and fill out the assessment correctly, but there's some things because of that low thyroid that I don't qualify for.
I think that's something else I really appreciate about this this approach is the community and the way that people support each other and try to educate. I am certified in family practice. I think that I practiced in family practice for like 14 seconds. It was truly like about 3 months. It was not my niche. I just didn't love it. But being in that environment for a really short period of time, especially when you're practicing on volume, you only have so much time with your patients. And I think one of the things that I really love about this space is the time and the education and the camaraderie and the accountability that come with all of what Ellie has to offer, because we learn things like, when's the best time to take your peptides? How do we optimize this investment that we're making? How do we support ourselves nutritionally? Because we didn't get here overnight. We're not going to get to where we want to be overnight. How do we, put all these building blocks in place to have really good habits and have people come around us, celebrate our wins, pick us up when we're losing, because life is, ups and downs. It's always going to be like hills and valleys. So I think one of the treasures of being here is having everyone come alongside you and cheer you on and pick you up and help you really optimize everything that you're working on, just from diet tips to exercise tips to, how do I get like, for me, it's like more closer to like 150 grams of protein a day. And am I perfect every day? Absolutely not. But if I'm sick of something, like, oh, I just can't do another protein bar, like, what else can I do? Someone comes along and they share a recipe or they do something, celebrating non-scale victories. Because not everyone is using peptides for weight loss. Some people are using it because they're bodybuilding. Some people are using it because they have shoulder pain. Some people are using it because they're dealing with autoimmune, struggles. Not everybody is using it just to lose weight. Even though I think that's become a huge, national focus. But we know that there's so many other great benefits.
The studies are even saying in certain cancer patients, anytime you can get that blood sugar under control and in balance and that inflammation down, the body is given this open door to heal. So, yeah.
We know that sugar is so cool. A problem.
Well, and on that note as well, I also think that that's why this is such an amazing company, because every person that we come along our journey with, like all of our clients that are ordering under us, we're also following, like we are checking in with them constantly to make sure that they have help on nutrition and they have help with any questions that they have. And we are following all of you guys all the time if you order from us, and you don't get that in any other company. Like, we are the source between the physician and the patient, basically, and we are right there with you. And so that's why what I really love about the company as well is because every client doesn't get that at any other place, and you have a system that is huge. And we want to get you to your goals, and we want to help you along the way, just like our uplines are helping us.
Right. And I love that too, because, like the Super Bowl, if I'm not a football person, but I've heard everybody talk about all the medical commercials in the Super Bowl. And I'm like, well, that is exactly what word of mouth marketing is we're the commercial. Like, so our company doesn't pay millions of dollars to get on a spot, a 3-minute spot on the Super Bowl. They pay out millions of dollars in commissions to us to be the commercial, and especially in such a personal area like our own health and our own wellness. So, our story, whether no matter what it is, it's the stories that we all tell, whether it's that horrific childbirth delivery story, especially as women. We tell them all, we're not secretive about these things. And I agree with what you said. The company itself has got such an attitude of abundance. And that's where, those friendships and just being in abundance and truly wanting to help people. And I feel that, medically, I don't mean to be callous when I say I'm divorced from the sick care system. That is more each and every person has a big heart and they went into this field to help somebody. But what we do know is that the system is so broken, and that who's paying for what. And I've got people who have found me for the GLP-1s that they had that tease where the insurance paid for it for a little bit of time, and then they go to the pharmacy to pick it up and it's like, well, $1,200 please. That's what happens in that broken system. And it's super sad. It's super sad. And I myself, I don't pay into insurance. So I take that money, whatever it would cost me, and I buy peptides and I buy good multivitamins and organic food. But if I was somebody who was trapped in that system where I had, $900 or $1,200 or more going out to insurance, and then had to pay out of pocket to get actual help, man, I'd be mad.
Yeah.
I would be really mad.
Well, and that's the whole thing is like, I mean, I have my 9-year-old is a type 1 diabetic, and that was a huge hit with insulin and sensors and pumps and everything like that. And it does frustrate you because he needs them all to survive, obviously, especially insulin. And it's the insurance companies that are running it. And it's hard.
Yeah. Yeah, Lori, I bet you can't help but wonder what if a GLP-1 would make a difference for him. Do you find yourself, does that keep you up at night?
I've read a lot of articles about, like, obviously older people that have done a lot of GLP-1s with type 1 diabetes, and they're getting their A1C is a lot lower and stuff like that.
Yeah.
And so, like, it'll be nice to see in the future, like, what these are doing for, I mean, obviously for type 2 diabetics, that's why they were created. And so anything that you're controlling blood sugar, they're going to do their job, I think. And a lot of that, even type 1 diabetics, like some of them do have, the food noise and stuff like that, just like everybody else that they need help with. And so I've definitely read it, quite a few articles on people that have had help and have done well. It's a tough disease for sure. But I truly feel like they're getting closer and closer to a cure. And I honestly think it will happen in his lifetime.
That would be awesome.
Yeah.
That would be awesome. Gosh, this has been such a great conversation. Do any of you ladies have any other peptides that you would like to talk about before we close it up?
So I do the skin, hair, and nails one. I don't know if we're supposed to say the name or not, but the GH one, I'll say.
It's on the periodic table. I feel like we should be allowed to say it, but we can't.
Well, and from what I hear, by the end of the month, there's supposed to be like 17 peptides that
14.
are coming, 14 or whatever, coming out of
Oh,
their
yes,
packs.
yes.
Yeah.
Yeah.
So,
And I have been on it about a month, and I feel like my skin, I just posted this, my skin is way smoother, way less blotchy and firmer, and even like the crow's feet by my eyes. I mean, keep in mind, I'm going to be 47. Has definitely, and even the bags have gone down. Like, if anyone can go to my Facebook page, you will see the difference. Like, it is pretty significant in a month's time. So I'm excited about that. Had any hair loss, even with my bariatric surgery or the GLP-1s, because I eat a lot of protein and I'm very adamant about getting that in. So I think that helps. And I also do take the NAD as well. I'm really hoping to get to order the MOTC, but the NAD has really crushed my workouts. I feel like I have way more energy for my early morning workouts. I feel like I don't need the afternoon 3 p.m. crashes like I used to have. Like, I need caffeine or whatever. I don't feel like I need that. It's just like a slow, steady energy throughout the day is what I have been feeling with it. What have you guys been on? What do you guys recommend or suggest? Because I am here for all of it. Like, I want to order them all.
I'm the same way. And truly, like, when it comes to consistency, I'm probably not the best model of that, because I do like to just try everything, and because it's an investment, I'll spend on one or two and then wait. But I did totally forget to turn off my methylene blue subscription and just got another 2 months. So I'm going to be doing another 2 months of that, and I actually really love it. So it was okay. I guess we're going to do this for another 2 months. I think I told you guys before we start, I really want I do want to get back. I want to try the GLP GIP with the MOTC, because I've heard that combination together is a lot like the GLP-3 that a lot of people are talking about.
Oh, that's good to know, because I have getting closer to a goal.
I want to do that. And then I've been using, Ellie has a really great face serum. And again, I'm in your boat, like age-wise and everything. And I am one of those people who, even though my attitude is pretty high maintenance, outwardly I'm pretty low maintenance. I get up every single day, shower. Today my hair was curly. If I want to straighten my hair, I don't wash my hair for like 5 days because it takes forever. But I just threw my hair up before this because it was getting a little wild. I sat at a softball game before, but I literally, I'm like a moisturizer kind of person. I have no makeup on my face right now at all.
I make my own tallow moisturizer.
Yeah, I love tallow too. But so I just love using really quality skincare, and our skincare is so phenomenal, and it has the blue peptide in it with a lot of other great things. And the supply is insane. What you get and what you pay for and how long it lasts you is just, you cannot find that caliber of product that lasts that long anywhere else.
Yeah,
I'm on my second or third bottle in 9 months or something. It's crazy.
Really?
Yes. So I love it.
Carissa, you have had, I can see on my side that you've had quite a few people from your Facebook page in with us. So I don't see that they're chatting, but make sure to put your link in. Okay. And we really do want to plug that we were talking about earlier before we went live. We were talking about the financial part of all this. Peptides are super expensive, and anybody can be a brand partner with us. So we are all actively recruiting ambitious people who want to mix health and wealth, right? So each one of us, whoever you're friends with, whoever you follow, we are looking for that. We are in leadership roles, and we are here to help you. I've done a lot of different companies for the discount or for the products, right? I do think the word of mouth, the affiliate, there's a lot of good products out there. And I've used a lot of them, I've signed up for a lot, and I've never actually had a check that I could cash from those products. One, and I think a lot of that has changed in a lot of companies, but a lot of companies want you to buy this big package of stuff, right? They want you to invest $1,800 so you have all this that one. I love that we
Starter
do
kit.
not have to do that. Yes, there is no big packet. Um, the affiliate part of it, you don't have to be, we are all medical, and that is kind of a coincidence. So I don't want anybody to be intimidated by that. You can be a stay-at-home mom, you can be a truck driver, a teacher. That part does not matter. So that throws a lot of people off. And like we said, I don't have to be the expert. You don't have to be the expert. The company handles all of that. You just have to want to either save money, make money, get healthy, and use peptides.
Yeah.
So that is we do want to plug that. Like we didn't really come here to set out on a sales mission, but this stuff sells itself. It just simply does. The results are real, they're tangible, and it's worth it. And I just want to encourage everybody watching. I know finances can be tough in every area of your life. And when you're in that area where the kids are in soccer and everybody needs all these bills paid and they need these shoes, you tend to put yourself last. So if you're that woman, especially out there struggling, like we hear you, we see you, and you're going to have to prune something back and take care of yourself because right now is that place where your health matters more than you think. Don't wait till you're 50 like me and have
Can I
all
interrupt you for just
years.
a second? I'm so sorry.
Yeah.
I think this is a really good time to say that what this company does as far as payment options is so lovely too.
Oh, yes.
You
Yes.
can Klarna, you can, use your FSA or HSA if that is an option. Of course, you can just pay outright, but they have financing options on some products. And I think that's so special because so many people do want to take the leap and they do worry about finances, especially in the last 2 weeks. The way stuff is just, I don't even want to say the words, but it's just kind of gone nuts. And,
Our prices are
gas is
coming
up
down.
and
Our prices are coming down.
Yeah.
Everything else is going up.
yes. And that's what's so beautiful about our CEO. Like her desire is for this to be accessible to people at a fair cost. I mean, of course we have to pay for the materials. We have to pay for our telehealth providers that are all physicians right now. I mean, you're dealing with peptide experts. So, we have to
Doctor
be fair, but
salaries.
like she wants to be fair to everyone.
Yeah.
And so the payment options, I think, just make this so much more accessible. And, you don't ever have that. I mean, you don't have that anywhere else. You can't, excuse me, go to the pharmacy and be like, well, can I give you half now and half later? And so I just think that's really special. So I didn't mean to interrupt you. I just really wanted to
I
bring
love
that up.
that. That is perfect. And
Well, and
I didn't even think I'd really go in that far to that part of this call. That's not what we set out to do, but sometimes we just want to be as transparent as we can. Go ahead, Lori.
Well, and it's also really nice because I have so many clients that have questions for the doctors, and they're available. Like
Yeah.
they can go into their basically the portal and ask their questions and get them answered that they need a provider to answer. And
Right.
that is like the customer service of that has been unbelievable. You're not going to get that with
no
another
hidden
company.
fees. Yeah. No hidden fees. I will say if somebody's watching live or on the replay and you got this far, there are certain peptides that you cannot see unless you log in and create
Yeah.
a free account. So we've mentioned a lot of them. If you go to the website and you're like, I don't see that. You do have to log in, and then boom, all of this will appear for you. And that is just the way things are regulated right now. That might change in the near future. We're hoping, but that is, if you're having trouble, that's the thing. You have to. It's a free account. Don't no money changes hands, but then you can see everything.
And even on the website alone, you'll get a lot of information just even looking. If you make it the free account, just even looking through the products, you'll get a lot of information just from that, along with asking any of us.
And you'll also get updates. So when new products launch, if you're looking, yes, there's something new. Oh man, there's always something new. So if you are looking for a specific peptide and we don't have it now, just wait another month. You never know what will be next. So that's really exciting too. I am so glad that you ladies hopped on with me tonight.
Thanks for having me.
Thank you so much. It's been great.
Yes. The rest of the story, we do have a private group called the GLP1 Roundtable. So if anybody out there would like to join, it's really just new, and groups are only as much fun as the people in them. So don't join the group and then just not chat with anybody. That's so rude. So thank you all, and good night, ladies.
Thank you.